What do we got here? Disrespectful IRL streamer now facing 31 years in Korean prison. Holy shit, this guy never got released, huh? God fucking damn, dude. Johnny Somali getting ready to booty clap.
Things are now absolutely terrible for the disrespectful IRL streamer who's now stuck in South Korea.
What is that? Is that his lawyer?
He just got hit with another deepfake charge, which adds an additional 10.5 years of potential prison time in South Korea, which means the grand total of prison time that he's currently facing is 31 years in a South Korean prison. And he just admitted all the attention he's currently getting isn't even worth it anymore.
In the long run, do you think that it is worth it?
Was it?
At this point, no.
I mean, come on.
At this point, no. Holy shit. At least he's being honest right now, dude. At least he knows that he fucked up.
Congratulations.
You know, like he didn't think about the consequences. And when consequences hit, he's like, nah, bro, I don't want that. But then you kind of deserved it because you're testing people's limit over and over again.
You played yourself. Overall, harassing strangers in public should never be incentivized in general, but massive skill issue because you simply picked the worst countries to do it.
Right.
Maybe not the worst, but definitely terrible countries to be doing this streaming in.
Gee,
because
bro.
let's be real, if he was doing this in the US, most likely he would be out on bail and he would only get a slap on the wrist for any trials that he actually went to. And I guess for some reason
that's America. That's the big problem with America, man. Like, oh, you can steal like anything that's under $900 and nobody would give a shit about you. That's the biggest problem with America, man. Like, sometimes crime needs consequences. There are reasons why places in Asia doesn't see a lot of crime happen, right? Because punishments are actually set in place to deter people from doing that shit again and over and over again.
Absolute moron still operates like he's in the US. Yeah, I do.
Good, what you?
Good, can't complain. Currently recording this video.
The fucking thing is, the guy like just like pulls out his U.S. passport and be like, dude, I'm a U.S. citizen. I'm a fucking U.S. citizen. You can't arrest me. You can't do shit. Like, he did that shit in Israel. I think he did that shit in Japan. I don't know what the fuck he's trying to do. Just because that country is, our allies, doesn't mean that you can go to their country and just fuck around and find out, right? About to find out. 31 years in Korean prison. Great for him.
The business.
I'm happy for him.
Weston and Boston because I'm currently traveling, but news happened, so here we are. But I mean, hey, I'm only stuck in a Weston business center temporarily. Johnny is stuck in South Korea for the foreseeable future. Because I mean,
dude,
right after the trial,
the crazy thing is, if he's out on bail and if he's not streaming, or if he's not permitted to stream, he can't even make money, dude. He's just like leaking. He's just bleeding out his asshole right now. Holy shit.
He was playing it cool. He was like, "Oh, nothing's really gonna happen to me.
That's what he thinks.
Nothing ever happens.
That's what he fucking
I'll be out
thinks.
in no time." A couple months later, he's lost a lawyer. He's still stuck there, and new charges are dropping pretty much monthly at this point. I don't know if he's gonna get let off the hook as quickly as he thought. So it now seems like reality is really starting to set in.
Now, the biggest thing is not even going to fucking jail at this point. It's like the inability to go to jail and like offset your fucking expenses. I feel like Johnny Somali at this point would like, fuck, dude, send me to jail right now so I can like, alleviate some of my financial like burden. Right now he's fucked. He's stuck in Korea. He can't go anywhere. He has no lawyers, right? Jesus Christ, man. But he kind of deserves it. He did it to himself,
This guy, as his only friend and financial supporter, is starting to get extremely fed up with him as he's getting more and more charges. But at this point, most people know the
Nobody
story.
wants to pay his way out,
Moron,
though.
Goes to Japan, gets in a whole bunch of trouble there, ends up doing about 3 months of jail in Japan, absolutely does not learn his lesson, goes to Israel, gets detained a bunch, gets a bunch of threats, ends up doing something that gets him permanently banned on his only platform that he actually makes good money from, which is Kick, and then he ends up
He got kicked from Kick is crazy, dude. They named themselves Kick. The reason why they named themselves Kick was because a bunch of people who streams there are people who've gotten kicked from Twitch. That's why they call themselves fucking Kick, dude. Jesus Christ, man.
I'll still permanently banned from Kick. What does he do? Absolutely still does not learn his lesson. He then goes to South Korea, rinse and repeat, does the same thing all over again. Now, facing 31 years in prison because clearly he has still not learned his lesson. And nobody feels bad for him whatsoever because he has not learned his lesson whatsoever. He's just been given way too many chances to, pack things up and pivot the way he's making content. But instead, he just continues to double down. Even after admitting the attention is not worth it, he still wants the attention. And a lot of people have been asking me, hey, why isn't he currently arrested in South Korea? Well, South Korea apparently operates very differently, especially when it comes to foreigners. Apparently, they don't want to spend the taxpayers' money on taking care of Johnny. They want to put that burden to provide for himself on Johnny. So now Johnny.
Oh shit, that's smart. That's what I was thinking, right? Like, dude, no, we're not spending no dime on you, bro. You're not getting into the prison unless some shit's about to happen. You're gonna be living in a hotel by yourself and you can't stream and nothing, man. That's your biggest punishment, right? And if they drag it out and they add more charges on top of each other, ooh, it's gonna be a long fucking day.
Essentially
Holy shit.
is homeless except for Hank. He is now a burden to Hank and Hank's family because I guess Hank thinks it's a good idea to continue to pay for him. Because Hank, for some reason, thinks that's the right thing to do, even though, as you'll see, it's destroying his life as well. Johnny is a sinking ship and he's dragging everyone he can down with him. Because Johnny is stuck in Korea for the foreseeable future. He cannot leave Korea until all of his court cases are done, all of his time is served, and all of his fines are paid. Then he can finally leave.
Cookers, how you doing? What are we watching? Bro, that clip that I fucking shared on Twitch, man. About how Johnny Somali is getting fucking cooked up in South Korea and served on a platter, bro. 31 years in Korean prison, chat. That's crazy. I'm glad he's getting the punishment that he deserves, though. No chat. Here, make my face bigger right next to that Tozy. What the fuck did dude do? Deep fakes, man. Okay, they keep adding new charges on top of like what he already has. So like, you know, like he's just getting shit on constantly. Right. And also, like, you know, as the Tozy was saying, like, nobody wants to pay for his shit. Like, taxpayers in South Korea are like, dude, no, don't hold that guy in like custody or something because you got to pay for his food and like stuff and water and electricity and shit. So, like, they kind of released him. And, you know, he's kind of stuck. He's stuck in South Korea. He can't go nowhere. Good for him, though. Shit, man. Shit, deepfakes, I didn't know they made that against the law, but I'm not mad about it. Pretty creepy shit to do. Yeah, exactly. Like, imagine you kill somebody and you deepfake your face onto somebody, onto the murder. Right? First of all, he didn't do that, but then, like, he was also, I think he was cropping his face onto, like, I don't know, people that were dating I guess. I don't even know what the fuck's going on, but they charged him like public indecency or some shit. And he said like it's 11 years for deep fake charges. That's insane. 11 fucking years, dude. So 21 years or 20 years originally, and then now he's getting another 11 years tacked on, and he can't leave the country. And I don't think anybody is watching him. He's banned from Kicks, so I don't know where he's gonna stream. Like Facebook is gonna ban his ass like immediately, you know. Deep fake, I was thinking that porn type. Yeah, he's probably doing that shit too, like triple X type shit. 11 years, kind of excessive. But the thing is, like, this is not the first time he's done shit like this, right? Like, they're also probably like, oh, dude, you're doing this in Israel, you're doing this in Japan. You know, if we're giving you a slap on the wrist like other people did in Japan, then you might come back and do shit again. So they're like, yeah, lock that motherfucker up, you know. Maybe that's the best way to do it, chat. And also, we don't want him back here, do we? Do we want him back here, chat? That's a big problem. I don't want him back here. Nobody wants him back here, chat. Even the guy that's like technically helping him like doesn't even like him anymore, as he said. I don't even know who he's helping him right now, which is crazy. You know, I feel like most people who watches him are literally watching him, you know, like the downfall of him, like how he's gonna eventually fuck himself. I'm surprised that there are people who would even step up and like help him and like pay his way, which is kind of insane to me. Isn't he the super rip guy, or am I thinking of someone else? Not too sure, chat.
So until recently, he's had 5 charges that stuck and then 1 that got dismissed. 2 of them are misdemeanors. 2 of them are obstruction of business felonies, which hold a maximum of 5 years each in prison.
Oh yeah, he was doing that shit. He was like messing up other people's business. That like clerk came over and she was kind of mad. She was like, "Can you not like fucking do that?" And then like she was trying to be nice and stuff. Technically, other people already have a right to like, dude, like get out of my fucking place, right? She could have called the cops. She probably did, which is.
Fake charge, which has a maximum of 10.5 years in prison, and just
he deepfaked his face onto like kissing like some Korean girl, and then like the Korean government does not like that.
Now they added another deepfake charge, which adds another 10.5 years of potential prison
That's
time
insane,
in South
dude.
Korea. So he's
not
now
going
facing a
anywhere
maximum of
anytime
31
soon.
years in prison. And I guess after all this, he's slowly starting to realize that he's ruined his life.
I talked to my mom this week, and she was like, really just like, you need to stop drinking. Like, it's ruining your life. You're 24. You know what I mean?
Dude,
He
he fucking 24? I didn't realize he's fucking 24. He's cooked, dude. He's absolutely fucking cooked.
doing this crazy because
What is he gonna do, chat? Like legit, he has he has years and years on top of what he is right now. He's 24 years old. He has like 50 extra years on top of what he is right now. What is he gonna do when he's already ruined his fucking name everywhere? You know, everybody knows who the fuck he is, right? Everybody sees his face. It's like, no, it's not a guy that I want to fucking hire, right? He can't stream on Twitch. He's already gotten himself banned on Twitch and Kick. What else? What else are you gonna stream on? I don't think there are any other platform that will want to fucking host you. You can try Twitter or X, Elon Musk type shit. You know.
you know
Crazy.
what I mean? Like alcohol is definitely the reason why I've done so many great, and it's do not back down, never give up. It's not backing down, never giving up. It's about just bettering yourself as a person. I think I'll truly.
Oh my fucking god, dude! I actually cannot believe that shit will come out of Johnny Somali's mouth, like ever. It's not about never back down. It's about bettering yourself. Like I can't believe it. You know, eventually some of y'all have to like, or not y'all, but like some of these people have to wake the fuck up and be like, dude, this is not the way to live. And like not because it affects other people, because you're fucking yourself over in the future, right? Because you're being short-sighted. You're like, oh, I can stream to 2,000 people right now watching me fuck other people's shit up. But what they don't understand is like that's annoying, and that puts your name on people's bad bat list, right? Big bat list, and nobody wants to fucking talk to you ever again, right? But even you can see, like he was like, dude, like I'm fucking 24. Oh shit, I need to get out there, start doing some shit. Type, it's life. It's life.
Be a better person if I didn't drink alcohol. I feel like it doesn't bring anything better. It doesn't bring anything positive to my life. You know what I mean? I can make good content without drinking alcohol, like easily.
But that
When
wasn't
Johnny
good
is sober,
content.
he actually has some fairly reasonable takes. But that didn't really last for too long because, according to 15 Minutes of Shame, 1 single hour later, he was already drunk streaming.
Come party
No
with us.
fucking way, dude. Oh my god, he's got an entire bottle in his hand, dude.
Or so.
Okay, you like Diddy?
Yeah, I like Diddy.
You
I like
the song?
Diddy, bro.
Wait. Outside, I can't.
A Diddy fan.
Either.
Who would
Then
have
come
guessed?
here and sit with us.
Dude, you bought another
Dude,
one.
he's shit
No, it's the
faced,
same one
bro.
we had.
No, it's not.
Ace it is.
He's shit faced. He can't. He's
finished
slurring
the
his
last one.
words.
No, I didn't.
Let's see that.
I'm lying to you. It isn't one. All right, come hang. Don't the bike. Can you dance with Diddy with me one time?
Well, why are you like drinking so much, man? Come on.
Listen to Diddy with me, please.
All right.
I mean, Hank here is just acting like a disappointed father,
God
and
damn.
this is Johnny's
Hank's
only
like, what the fuck are you doing, man? Jesus Christ.
lifeline in Korea. Why would he be actively trying to burn this bridge? I guess he just can't help himself. But the reason I say this is in an interview, they actually admitted that Johnny has ran out of money and Hank is his only lifeline, even though Johnny will still go on and on about saying, oh, I actually have money and I'm not broke.
Legal mindset and these channels, they spread like fake narratives that like
Dude, I'm surprised, dude.
and things like that.
I'm surprised. I don't know if it's just me, but it's crazy that this is allowed on streaming sites. He's blackout drunk, borderline blackout drunk. Well, I mean, the whole point of Cake is literally to be as edgy as possible, to let people actually, I don't know, express themselves. But then, you know, like when you let people do anything, they would literally do any fucking thing. And this is like the perfect example. Right, and then there you got people like asking homeless people to jump into the river and watching them drown and not giving a care in the world, right? Shit like that happens, man. It's just like if you want to see the bad side of humanity, right? That's true, I guess. Just do whatever you want. But then it's also a good thing because like the American government is so like soft and they don't give a shit about criminals or people committing crime, or like the punishment for committing such crime is so low that these people don't give a fuck, to the point where they're actually going to other countries and committing the same crime and expecting the exact same results that they're going to get in the United States. He's a good example of what Kick allows. Exactly. But even Kick is banning his dumb ass right now. That's the crazy part, chat. Like, you know, like the amount of shit that Kick allows still doesn't allow shit like this to happen, right? that tells you how far he's gone over the fucking edge, right? Because he's constantly trying to push his limit, right?
It's not true, but that I'm destitute and this stuff for me. I've been living an okay life here. You know what I mean? I stay with Hank, so I don't really have expenses for living.
But here's the reality of the situation.
I have sacrificed my finances. You know, like I've actually, like Johnny ran out of money because they refused Johnny to work. So
Dude, I don't know. Hank looks like a stand-up guy, and he looks like an office worker. You know, like he looks like he's from China. He speaks perfectly fine English. Or why the fuck is he helping a guy like this? I'm so confused. Who the fuck is Hank? I'm confused about that too, chat. I'm gonna have to look into the backstory of Hank and Johnny Somali. I've never seen this dude appear in any of his stream or anything.
I've been actually providing for him.
He's been helping me a lot. He's been helping me with not only like legal fees and stuff like this. You know what I mean?
No way. Hank's paying for his legal fees. How much does he fucking make? He looks like he makes decent money. He's living like pretty high up in South Korea. It sounds like.
He's helped me pay for a lawyer and stuff like that, and he's
thankful.
He's a great friend. Like honestly, I respect him for that. And when I get out of here, a lot of it I do owe to Hank. He's a real man.
Yeah. So, and not to mention that I sacrificed my time and space here. You know.
Yeah.
I mean, the fact that all he says is he respects Hank for that, dude. If it wasn't for Hank,
that's what I was thinking too. Like that's all I get, a fucking respect out your mouth, dude. Like what if I don't let you do this anymore? Like stay at my place. Are you gonna flip the fuck out and talk shit about me online? Because that seems like the default that you're gonna go into, chat. You know.
From what we're hearing, he would be homeless. So I mean, the least he could be is a little more grateful to Hank because apparently he was starving before Hank took him in.
And I actually fed him back to health too.
Damn.
Hank
He was very
Can he-
unhealthy.
Damn.
Yeah, very skinny. Hank claims when I was living on my own in Korea, I was very skinny and gaunt. You know, because maybe my diet was not.
I'm pretty
good.
sure you
Hank is
almost
definitely-
fucking died on the street, dude. And I doubt anybody would care seeing Johnny Somali. Okay, like the scenario that I imagine would be like Johnny Somali like slowly dying off the street because he hasn't eaten for like the past like 4 days, and like some Korean dude would try to like pick him up and be like, "Yo, do you need help?" Sees his face and be like, drops him right back off, and just keeps on walking.
People now on the internet are saying I have like a gut and man boobs now because Hank has been feeding. I've been on the Hank diet, and Hank has been feeding me so well.
Yeah.
Gee, man.
Appreciate it.
Oh yeah,
Really, man.
Yeah, bro. Thank you.
I don't
for
know
not
why
letting me
Hank's
starve.
doing this in the
Well,
first place. You know, like I feel like when they met, they're already kind of, or Johnny Somali was already kind of fucked. You know.
Bro fist for that one. But apparently things are so bad that Hank, he's being supported by his family. And his family is threatening to cut that off because he keeps on funneling that money back to Johnny.
I risk my family not paying my tuition to help Johnny because I believe that helping Johnny was right thing to do.
No fucking way, dude. I'm insane. That guy's insane. Hank's insane. Chat. The fuck? Look at Hank. What the fuck is he doing? He's literally helping a guy that he doesn't know get back on his feet. And this guy is known to like just fuck people over. You know, it doesn't matter who you are, where you at. Like he's known to fuck people over, and he's like risking his life for this shit. That's crazy, dude. Oh my god, no, bro.
Pretty much.
Get out of here.
His mom hates me. Your mom hates me, right?
Yeah.
For
My
good
mom hates you,
reasons.
my grandparents hate you.
And you said, despite all that,
Despite
he's
all
my
that.
friend, and wrong is being done to him, and I'm gonna make sure that he gets out of Korea safely.
Yeah.
This is a real.
I mean, bro.
Why would you ever destroy your own life and ruin your standing with your own family?
Oh my god, you know, and the thing is, like, even if he gets him out, right, and he gets out alive and he gets out okay, I don't think he has learned his lesson, even though he says he has, right? I feel like he's doing a show, he's like doing a ploy to like make his sentence lower. 31 fucking years in another country, chat. That's not fun. I'm not gonna lie to you, right? Oh my fucking god, dude. And he's definitely trying right now. God, if he gets out, I don't think he's ever gonna stop.
Over Johnny. This is clearly someone who's only using him because he has no options left. But that is still not stopping Hank from allegedly pulling some strings to get Johnny a new attorney. But apparently this attorney isn't from the big leagues. He is an attorney. That's about it.
So he's got both a public defender that was originally covering his his Western District case, and a private lawyer, which was on the East, which is now registered in the West. So we're going to talk about this lawyer. So we actually predicted who this lawyer was. We had a leak. Ramsey gave a leak about who this lawyer was. We now know officially the lawyer is Choi Guang-ho, or Guang-ho Choi. Choi is his family name.
Choi Guang-ho.
That is the lawyer that has registered.
Holy shit, dude. Tax attorney who hasn't seen court in 20... Dude, good fucking luck, dude. Holy shit, dude. That's more like an accountant than a fucking attorney, chat.
A tax attorney.
He's cooked, dude.
He is a tax attorney. He has not been inside a criminal courtroom.
Dude, he's so fucking
in 20
cooked,
years.
dude. They did that shit on purpose, dude. They did that shit on purpose. They gave him a tax attorney, so there's no chance for him to get back up. There's no fucking chance, dude. He's dead. Yeah. Dude, oh my god.
One more time. He has not been inside a criminal courtroom in 20 years. He is a tax attorney. So what probably happened, and this is something that we said, was this is probably a friend of Hanky Poo's family who got put on this case.
And apparently his entire legal strategy for the deepfake charge has been a complete flop.
His whole big legal talk, his whole big legal strategy was, we're going to settle with Bong Bong. We're going to settle with the female victim. We're going to pressure
Oh my
her.
god.
And
the special act or violation of the special act on sexual crimes for distribution of false video. Deep faking his ass onto porn, I think. That like concerns Korean people. That's fucked, dude.
They wanted to threaten her because she showed the image on her stream as well. But she showed it to show how mad she was about it, being like, this is wrong, right? So he tried to blackmail the victim. And not only did that fail, it literally backfired in his case.
That's
face.
crazy.
When he tried to blackmail the female victim, the prosecutor probably saw this and said, oh, hell no, we're going to double down and give you another one. And by the way, there will be no settlement on that one because it's with the Korean YouTubers that you are literally attacking and threatening with defamation. Remember,
Damn,
guys,
he's so cooked.
Hank and Johnny have been threatening to sue the Korean YouTubers and myself, by the way.
Really? Oh my god, dude. Now I see why they're saying that he's ruining Hank's life too. Holy shit. I did not expect in his most desperate time to find a fucking ally. And I did not expect that guy to be called Hank. Holy shit, that's crazy. Dude, is he going to fight back?
Threatening to sue me with defamation in Korea. Do you think that people that you threatened to sue, and you are suing, you literally said you're suing them, you were threatening Daegun, you're threatening other people, do you think they're going to come to some settlement with you? By the way, that doesn't even really work in Korean court. Even if they were to say, oh yeah, we agree, the prosecutor could still bring it.
I mean, the issue with Johnny is most of what he says is hot air. Unfortunately for him, the judge and prosecutor might not know that because he's made a bunch of threats and he's said a lot of stupid stuff. So it's safe to say this backfires tremendously on this guy. Because let's be real, all he had to do after he got caught, even after making all the mistakes in Japan and all the mistakes in Israel, and I guess all the mistakes in Korea, once they charged him formally, all he had to do was shut up, apologize, be respectful, and he probably would have gotten left off with somewhat of a slap on the
Yeah, right now I feel like one of the biggest problem is that he was firing back for no fucking reason. Just choke it the fuck down and take it. Take that dick, dude. Like, cause you fucked around too much, you found out. And like when you're finding out, you don't get a say in how you find out, chat. That's the big problem. People think that you get to, adjust the level of finding out. No, you don't, chat. If people mad at you, they gonna make you find out the way they want you to find out, chat. You know what I'm saying? And right now, those people are fucking mad because your defamation's a big thing, especially in Korea, it could be a big thing. I don't know how they see that thing in real light, but the audacity of this guy, man. You're in other people's country, and you're attacking other people, making money right? Causing a scene and like being difficult. And now you're like firing back when other people are accusing you of doing things that you actually fucking did with video evidence every fucking where. So what exactly are you doing? Right? What are you looking to accomplish, right? Ruin your own life? Everybody else's life? What's going on, man?
Instead, he does the polar opposite. He disrespects the judge, the prosecutor, the victims, the people covering it, and the Korean citizens.
And honestly, those are the people that he needs to freaking like suck dick on, right? Like he needs to suck their dick because like, bro, if you don't suck their dick, there might not be another chance for you to. Right? When you're in jail, you don't get to suck the judge's dick anymore, right? You don't get to be sorry, right? You don't get to say shit. While you still can, you should do it. Instead of, oh, let me sue the person that I made a porno out of. Like, come on, bro. Like, that's just not classy at all, bro. Come on.
That's not going to give you any leniency with a judge. I mean, the dude is just playing the worst cards possible as a social experiment to see how the Korean justice system will handle that. But for every day that passes, it seems like the penalty is going to be harsher and harsher. Then to make things worse for himself, apparently, he lost a lawyer.
Just today, we had the public defender step down. Now that is
no way. He did go to civil court at least 5 times. All cases were lost. Oh shit, dude. So this guy, dude, this guy's not out here trying to. He's literally doing you a favor, and don't expect him to win type shit. He's getting locked up soon, chat. I think Johnny Somali is getting locked up soon. Or what? What do they do? Are they really gonna put him in Korean prison? That's crazy. His sole lawyer, I don't know, man. He's out. He's out of lawyers.
Likely they were actually removed from the case. That means they weren't the ones who petitioned it. It was the court that did it, probably because he no longer qualifies for a public defender. When you have a private attorney, that typically disqualifies you from having a public defender. So it appears that he was disqualified from that.
So now the case will be even more expensive for Johnny or Hank, depending on who's footing the bill here. And Legal Mindset also issued a correction here saying the attorney has actually been to court 5 times in the last 20 years, or at least 5 times. But apparently he's lost all 5 of those cases. So Johnny has now hired a guy who's gone 0 for 5 over the last 20 years. And he's still acting up during his trial. I mean, by the way,
he's still acting up, bro. Like, dude, you don't have the biggest gun here. Everybody's pointing you with a machine gun and you're looking at other people with a 22. You gotta chill the fuck out before you get shot the fuck up, you know?
Johnny is acting, you would have thought, hey, he hired some big league attorney with this big boy crypto money he has. The reality is different. And as I stated previously, he's now admitting that it's not worth it anymore. He's banned on Kick. That was the platform he could actually make decent money on. And they're most definitely not going to take him back. And we learned that from Ice Poseidon.
In the long run, do you think that is worth it?
At this point, no.
So now Johnny is permanently banned on Kick. He's also permanently banned from Patreon, apparently.
Patreon?
And Airbnb.
How do you get fucking banned on Patreon? He's banned on Airbnb? Oh, he's cooked, dude. How do you fucking... That's crazy.
He's also permanently banned from Patreon, apparently, and Airbnb.
Dude, I have like one of the best ratings on Airbnb, chat. Like people, like even the fucking Japanese people who like took care of us, dude, they loved us, chat. Let me tell you, dude. They're like, dude, like the place was clean after they went. Bro, I got the best ratings on Airbnb, bro. Like, how do you fuck other people's plays up? Just don't be a crazy person.
Permanently banned from Patreon. Permanently banned from Airbnb. I don't even know how. Somebody sent some kind of article to Airbnb. They permanently banned Airbnb.
So it's hard for him to make a living streaming. It's harder for him to collect donations, and
definitely nobody's gonna sponsor his dumbass.
It's hard for him to live somewhat cheap because Airbnb is a good way to live cheap when you're long-term staying abroad. So his options here are Hank's place or expensive hotels. That's tough. But that was the quick Johnny Somali update. I will return home soon, so I'm not recording the next video in the West End Business Center here in Boston. And I'll be back in my studio with my microphone that everyone says looks kind of sus. But hey, it's a whole lot better than the phone. But hopefully the phone makes
that was a good video, chat.
If you're new here, feel free to subscribe. YouTube.